Today I am with Frank, who is the co-founder of Startup Weekend. How are you doing?
Good.
So I wanted to know, how does the world look to you in 2027?
10 years from now.
Yeah.
I was thinking, to me, a couple of things are going to happen. One is the world is going to shift toward the east. It's less clear now, but you have to imagine places like Vietnam, I think, China is obvious, India, Pakistan, all the region down to the Philippines is going to tremendously change. Like 10 years from now, it will look like Europe. It will look like the United States. People. Also, another thing that will happen is because of technology, you'll be able to work from anywhere. And as a result, I think people will seek places to live where the lifestyle, the place you live is going to be a place that you love, like a place with nature, a place where there's people like the. So I think there's going to be this little shift.
You said freedom. You mentioned freedom of speech, freedom of. You said not Dubai.
Oh yeah, I think places. No, not Dubai today, but I mean 20 years from now, I think every place is going to be more free because as much as people want to regulate the internet, you have amazing things like blockchain, crypto based communication. That's going to always allow for free communication, and no one will be able to fight against that. So decentralization is going to happen more and more. And so everywhere around the world, even the places today that are not open because of the very pyramidal structure, are going to be challenged because it's going to be impossible to control the flow of communication, especially if you do it through satellites. So again, I think it's going to be a more open world. I think the West, the United States, you're going to see a lot of people leaving these countries to actually move towards the East, where the economic growth is going to be. Another thing that will happen is I think work, as we know it, will disappear. People will still work, but I think they're going to work in a very fluid manner. I think there will be no unemployment due to the fact that we'll be able to attach everything to something digital, so something trackable. So if someone needs you somewhere around the world, you will know. And there's going to be more and more opportunities to do more and more business. And again, slowly, I think moving towards a society that is more fluid is what's going to happen in the next 10 years.
Well, how does artificial intelligence bother that? Or
AI is still very young. In a way, it's very stupid. It should be called, I call it artificial stupidity. But even though we can see already that there's a lot of stupid things we're doing that can be replaced by a machine, repetitive tasks. There's a good book about artificial intelligence, and they are saying that right now the equivalent of the level of intelligence of the best machine we have is the equivalent of a stupid frog. And so again, I think people talk a lot about artificial intelligence. I would encourage everybody to work around it. What it is really it allows for something new, right? Which is computer can see, computer can speak, computer can listen. And so now we have this new interface with the computer that will allow also to do new things. But the pattern recognition is still far away from brain. But again, we'll be able to have self-driving cars, self-driving boats. Boats are going to be huge because most of the freight that we have around the world goes through boats. A lot of things that we do today in work is very stupid. And in a way, it's a good thing that we'll be able to automate that. Because it takes away what's boring about work. So again, we're going to be shifting to just do things that are more interesting, more creative. I'm pretty convinced on that, but I think it's also very important to prepare yourself for the transition. It's going to be hard for a lot of people to go for that transition, not for the new generation, because school are not training them for that. And I think that's another thing that's going to happen. I think college and school, as we know them, will disappear. Just because they're not efficient, they don't make any. They're trying to generalize you, and I think we're going to have micro specialization very early on. If you want to be a PhD in something, you'll be able to achieve that in 2 years without having to learn other things. You might end up with 5 or 10 PhDs. I think also there may be conflict happening within the next 10 years, and these are going to be very different too. They can be robot driven. So military conflicts might be a big threat to this nice world I described. That's a possibility, and that's something we have to take into account too, which is warfare is going to evolve too. But I'm a positivist, so probably we're not going to go there too much.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.